Welcome to Truth Talk, a place where your body can soften, your mind can breathe, and your spirit can finally stretch out into the space it's been asking for. If you're here, something in you is already curious. Curious about why you feel the way you do. Curious about what might change if you stopped fighting yourself. Curious about what becomes possible when the body, mind, and spirit stop pulling in different directions and finally call a truce. In this space, we explore that truce, not with pressure, not with perfection, but with gentle questions, surprising insights, and the kind of conversations that feel less like information and more like remembering something you've always known. The Truth Talk body, mind, spirit hypnosis modality isn't a method you memorize. It's a way of coming home to yourself. A way of noticing what your body has been whispering, what your mind has been carrying, and what your spirit has been trying to grow into. Every episode is an invitation to slow down, to listen inward, to discover the small shifts that change everything. So settle in. Let your curiosity lean forward. Let your shoulders drop a little. And allow yourself to wonder what might open for you when all the parts of you finally sit at the same table and begin to speak to one another with kindness. This is Truth Talk. I'm Lindsay, your certified clinical hypnotherapist and certified hypnosis instructor. And you are exactly where you need to be. Imagine this time together today as a moment suspended in time. A quiet room, late in the day, where a mentor and mentee sit across from one another. The air is still, but charged with the weight of a heart that has been cracked open. And the mentor doesn't rush. He lets the silence breathe first. Because silence is often the first medicine. The mentor studies the young man for a moment, not with judgment, but with the kind of understanding that comes from having walked through his own fires long ago. Sit, he says softly. Let your body settle before your mind tries to make sense of anything. The mentee lowers himself into the chair, shoulders tight, breath shallow, eyes glassy, with the kind of pain that comes from a wound you never expected to receive. The mentor nods slowly. Good. Now tell me what happened. Not the facts, the feeling. The words spill out. She broke my trust. The one person I thought would never. And now I feel hollow, angry, sick, like the ground under me isn't real anymore. The mentor listens with his whole body, leaning in slightly, breathing with the young man, letting the rhythm of the story unfold. Betrayal, he murmurs, has a taste, doesn't it? Bitter at the back of the tongue, metallic almost. And it has a sound, that sharp crack inside the chest, like a branch snapping under too much weight. The mentee swallows hard. Yes, exactly. And it has a temperature, the mentor continues. Sometimes hot, burning through the ribs. Sometimes cold, like someone opened a door in the middle of winter and let the wind rush straight through your heart. The mentee nods, eyes wet. That's exactly how it feels. The mentor lets the words settle, then speaks more softly. You know, when trust breaks, it's not just the bond with the other person that shatters. It's the bond with yourself. The part of you that believed. The part of you that opened. The part of you that dared to be vulnerable. A long breath escapes the mentee. The kind that comes from hearing something true. But listen, the mentor says, leaning back. There is something important here. Something people often miss. He pauses, letting curiosity rise like a tide. Pain like this is a teacher that doesn't speak in sentences. It speaks in sensations, in images, in the way your chest tightens, the way your breath catches, the way your thoughts circle the same place again and again and again. The mentee looks up, searching. So what do I do with it? The mentor smiles gently, not with amusement, but recognition. You don't fight it, he says. You listen to it. You let it move. You let it speak. Because beneath the sting of betrayal is something older, something wiser. The part of you that knows how to heal. He gestures toward the mentee's chest. Close your eyes for a moment. Feel that ache. Not to suffer it, but to understand it. Notice its shape, its color, its weight. Let it be what it is, without trying to push it away. The mentee closes his eyes, breath trembling. Good, the mentor whispers. Now, imagine that pain as a visitor, not an enemy, a messenger, and ask it quietly what it came to teach you. A tear slips down the mentee's cheek. It says, I trusted too quickly. I gave too much. I didn't protect myself. The mentor nods. And is that a punishment or a lesson? A lesson, the mentee whispers. Exactly. And lessons, the mentor says, are gifts wrapped in thorns. They hurt you when you receive them, but they shape you into someone wiser, stronger, more discerning. He leans forward, voice low and steady. You were not foolish to love. You were brave. And bravery is never wasted. But now you learn how to love yourself with the same devotion you once gave away. The mentee opens his eyes, something softer in them now. Not relief, but possibility. And when the time comes, the mentor continues, you will trust again. Not because you forget this pain, but because you grow beyond it. Because you learn to choose with clearer eyes. Because you learn that your heart is not broken. It is expanding. He places a hand over his own chest. Pain stretches us. And in the stretching, we become more. The room is quiet again, but this time the silence feels different, warmer, steadier, like the first breath after a storm. The mentor smiles gently. You will walk through this, and when you do, you will not have to be the same man who walked in. You will be more yourself than ever. The room feels softer now, as if the air itself has begun to listen. The mentor watches the young man's breath rise and fall, uneven at first, then slowly finding a rhythm. And when he speaks again, his voice carries that dream-like quality that makes the edges of reality blur just enough for healing to slip through. The mentee wipes his eyes with the back of his hand. It still hurts, he whispers. Even knowing it's a lesson, it still feels like something inside me is tearing. The mentor nods as though he has been waiting for that truth. Of course it does, he says gently. A wound doesn't stop aching just because you understand how it happened. But understanding, that's the doorway. And once you step through it, something remarkable begins. He leans back, eyes half closed, as if remembering something from long ago. Let me tell you a story, he murmurs. A story that isn't about you, and yet somehow is. The mentee leans in, drawn by the shift in tone. There was once a young traveler, the mentor begins, who carried a clay vessel everywhere he went. It was precious to him, not because of what it held, but because of what he believed it represented. Trust, safety, love. The mentor's voice grows softer, more rhythmic. One day, the traveler handed the vessel to someone he cherished, and she held it for a while. But then, without warning, She dropped it. The vessel shattered, and the traveler fell to his knees, gathering the pieces, bleeding from the sharp edges. The mentee closes his eyes, feeling the story in his chest. The traveler wept. The mentor continues, not just for the vessel, but for the part of himself he believed had shattered with it. A long pause, a breath, a shift. But an old wanderer found him there, the mentor says, and knelt beside him. Look closely, the wanderer whispered. Look closely. The vessel is broken, yes, but you are not. The mentor lets the words settle like dust in sunlight. And then he continues. The wanderer taught the traveler something extraordinary. He taught him how to breathe into the pain, not away from it. How to let the ache rise and fall like a tide. How to feel the sharpness without letting it cut deeper. The mentee's breath deepens, unconsciously matching the rhythm. And as the traveler breathed, the mentor says, the shards in his hands began to glow. Faintly at first, then brighter, because the breaking had revealed something hidden inside the clay, something luminous. The mentee opens his eyes, voice trembling. What's inside? The mentor smiles. His own light, he says simply. The part of him he had forgotten he carried. The mentee swallows hard. So what do I do with my broken pieces? The mentor gestures gently. Close your eyes, he whispers, just for a moment. The mentee obeys. Now, imagine your heart as a vessel. The mentor says, see the cracks? The fractures, the places where trust was dropped. Don't turn away. Look at them. A breath, a soft exhale. And as you breathe, the mentor continues, imagine a soft light beginning to seep through the broken places. Not to erase them, but to illuminate them. Because the cracks are not your failure. They are the places where your strength is learning to shine. A tear slips down the mentee's cheek, but this time it carries something different. Not despair. Release. Let the light fill the places and spaces where trust once lived. The mentor whispered. Let it remind you that betrayal did not break you. It revealed you. The mentee inhales deeply, a shuddering breath that feels like the first one he's taken in days. It feels lighter, he says softly, like something is loosening. The mentor nods, satisfied. This is how healing begins, he says. Not with forgetting, not with forcing, but with allowing, with breathing, with seeing yourself clearly again. He places a hand over his own heart. And when you are ready, he says, you will gather your pieces, not to rebuild what was, but to create something stronger, wiser, and far more beautiful than before. The room is quiet again. But now, the silence feels like a sanctuary. The mentee opens his eyes, and for the first time since he walked in, there is a flicker of something new behind them. Hope. Or perhaps the memory of his own light. The mentee sits there, eyes still damp, breath trembling like a candle in a draft. The mentor watches him with the kind of tenderness that only comes from someone who has survived his own heartbreaks. Do you know, the mentor says softly, that sometimes the heart breaks not to punish us, but to open a door we didn't know existed. The mentee's voice cracks. don't feel like a door opened. I feel like something collapsed. The mentor nods slowly as if he has heard this before in his own voice long ago. Then let me show you something, he murmurs. Not with explanations, but with a story. The mentee wipes his face, trying to steady himself. The mentor's voice lowers, becoming warm, rhythmic, almost like a lullaby woven into words. There was once a young man, he begins, who carried a storm inside him. A storm born from betrayal. Every breath he took tasted like lightning. Every thought felt like thunder. And every night, he lay awake, listening to the rain of his own doubts. The mentee closes his eyes, drawn into the imagery. One night, the mentor continues, the young man wandered into a forest. He didn't know why. He didn't know where he was going. He only knew he couldn't stay where he was. The mentor's tone softens even further. And in that forest, he found an old man sitting beside a pool of water, so still it looked like glass. The old man didn't speak. He simply pointed to the water. The mentee's breathing slows, matching the cadence of the story. The young man looked down into the pool, the mentor says, and he saw his reflections, fractured, trembling, distorted by the storm inside him. But the old man whispered, "Look again." A tear slips down the mentee's cheek. And when he looked again, the mentor says, he saw something else. Beneath the cracks, beneath the hurt, beneath the betrayal, there was a glow, faint but real. A light that had survived everything. The mentee's voice is barely audible. What is it? The mentor leans in, eyes gentle. His calm he says. The part of him that had never left. The part that had been waiting for him to return. The mentee's breath catches a soft, painful sound. And the old man said, the mentor continues, storms don't destroy the sky. They only pass through it. The mentee presses a hand to his chest as if something inside him is shifting. The mentor speaks even more softly now, as if addressing the deepest part of the young man. You are not the storm, he says. You are the sky it moved through. And the sky always clears. A long silence fills the room. The kind that feels like a held breath finally released. The mentor watches the young man's shoulders loosen, his jaw unclench, his eyes soften. Do you feel that? The mentor asks quietly. The mentor looks and the mentee nods, tears falling freely now. I feel something easing, like the storm isn't everything anymore. The mentor smiles, not triumphantly, but tenderly. That easing, he says, is the beginning of your return. The return to yourself. The return to steadiness. The return to the part of you that betrayal could not touch. He places his hand over his heart. And when you feel that steadiness again, even for a moment, remember this truth. He pauses, letting the moment breathe. Calm is your comeback. The mentee closes his eyes, and for the first time since the heartbreak, his breath settles into something steady, something grounded. Something like the first quiet after a long storm. And the mentor simply sits with them, not fixing, not forcing, just witnessing the moment a wounded heart remembers its own strength. The mentor watches the young man with that quiet, steady presence that makes the whole room feel like it's holding its breath. The mentee's eyes are still wet, his chest still tight, but something in him is listening now. Listening with the part of the heart that only opens after it's been broken. The mentor leans back, gaze drifting towards some far-off memory. There's a story, he says softly, that I don't tell often, but I think it's meant for you. The mentee lifts his head, drawn in by the shift in tone. The mentor continues, voice low and warm, like a lantern being lit in a dark, dark room. You know, once there were two bridges, the mentor begins, standing over the same river. One was made of stone, strong, ancient, unyielding. The other was made of wood, flexible, warm, alive. The mentee listens, breath slowing. The stone bridge believed it was the strongest of the two. Nothing can break me, it would boast. I am solid. I am certain. I am safe. A faint smile touches the mentor's lips, and the wooden bridge would simply sway in the wind and say nothing at all. He pauses, letting the image settle. One night, a great storm came. Rain like needles, wind like claws. The river rose and roared with the fury neither bridge had ever seen before. The mentee's fingers curled slightly as if feeling the storm. The stone bridge held firm until it didn't. A single crack formed, then another, and with the sound like the earth itself crying out, the stone bridge shattered. The mentee flinched, the metaphor landing exactly where it needed to. But the wooden bridge, the mentor said softly, did something different. It bent. It bowed. It let the wind push it. Let the river rise beneath it. It moved with the storm instead of against it. He leans forward, his voice almost a whisper. And because it yielded, it survived. The mentee swallowed real hard. So you're saying I should be like the wooden bridge? The mentor shook his head gently. No, he says, I'm saying you already are. The mentee blinked and blinked again, real confused. Then the mentor continued. He said, you think you broke because someone betrayed your trust. But look at you. You're still here. You're still feeling. You're still searching for meaning instead of shutting down. He gestured toward the young man's chest. That isn't breaking. That's bending. That's surviving. That's the strength the stone bridge never had. A tear slips down the mentee's cheek, not from pain this time, but from recognition. The mentor's voice softens even further. Trust is not the stone bridge, he says. It's the wooden one. It's not about being unbreakable. It's about being willing to open, to feel, to risk, to love, knowing full well that storms will come. And love, the mentor adds, is not the promise that someone will never hurt you. Love is the courage to remain yourself even after they do. The mentee closes his eyes, tears falling freely now, and self-worth, the mentor finishes, is remembering that your value was never in the hands of the one who dropped you. It was always in your ability to rise again, wiser, softer, stronger, room is quiet now, but it's a different kind of quiet. The kind that follows truth. The mentee opens his eyes, the voice breaking. I didn't know I was allowed to bend. The mentor smiles, warm, proud, knowing. You were built for it, he says. And every time you bend and rise again, you become something the storm can't touch. He places a hand over his heart. And that, my friend, is where your comeback begins. The mentor sits quietly for a long moment, as if he's listening to something deeper than the room, deeper than the silence, even deeper than the young man's pain. When he finally speaks, his voice is softer than ever before, not fragile, but reverent, like he's about to place something sacred into the mentee's hands. You know, there is something I didn't tell you in the story of the two bridges. The mentee looks up, his eyes still swollen, breath still unsteady, and the mentor continues. The wooden bridge, the one that survived the storm, it didn't know it was strong. It didn't know it was wise. It didn't know it was built for resilience. It only knew how to be itself. He lets that settle, then leans in slightly. And that, he says, is the part people forget. The mentee frowns, confused. What do you mean? The mentor's gaze softens with a kind of ancient compassion. You think you're hurting because someone broke your trust, he says. But the truth is, you're hurting because you forgot who you were before they entered your life. The mentee's breath catches. You forgot, the mentor continues, that your worth was never something they could give you, and never something they could take away. A tear slips down the mentee's cheek, slow, heavy, the kind that carries years of unspoken truth. mentor's voice lowers to a whisper. Listen to me. The betrayal didn't shatter you. It shattered the illusion that someone else was holding your heart together. The mentee's lips tremble. And that is the gift hidden inside the pain. Because now, right now, you stand at the threshold of remembering something you once knew but somehow lost long along the way. He places a hand gently over his own chest. You were whole before they arrived. You are whole now. And you will be whole long after this moment becomes a distant memory. Mentee closes his eyes, tears falling down his face freely. The mentor leans closer with a warm, steady voice. Your heart is not broken, he says. It's awakening. And awakenings hurt. A long silence fills the room. The kind that feels like the world pausing to witness a truth being born. Then the mentor offers a final insight. The one that lands like quiet thunder inside the young man's soul. The person who betrayed you did not end your story. They ended the chapter where you forgot your own power. The mentee exhales, a trembling, a lapsing release of breath. And something inside him shifts. Not healed, not finished, but opened. The mentor just looks at him and he smiles gently. And when the next chapter begins, he says, you will walk into it with a strength you didn't know you had. Because now you know the truth. He taps the young man's chest slightly. You were never the broken thing. You were always the one rises. And in that moment, a quiet, raw, and unbearably human the mentee finally believes it. Somewhere else, not far, but far enough, she sits with her own thoughts. People often forget that the one who breaks a heart does not walk away unmarked. There is a quiet weight that follows her, a whisper she tries not to hear, a truth she tries not to touch. But tonight, she does. She closes her eyes, and for the first time, she lets herself feel the echo of what she left behind. Not guilt, not shame, but the impact. And in that stillness, something inside her shifts. She remembers the way he trusted her, not blindly, but bravely. She remembers the softness in him, the kind that only appears when someone feels safe. She remembers the way he looked at her, not as a possession, not as a prize, but as a person he believed in. And she realizes something she had not allowed herself to see. Breaking someone's trust does not make her powerful, but understanding the weight of that trust, that is where her power begins. Perhaps a breath catches in her throat from time to time, not from regret, but from awakening. Perhaps she sees now that trust is not a gift to be taken lightly. It is a mirror. And in that mirror, she sees the parts of herself she has avoided. The impatience, the fear of vulnerability, the impulse to run when things get real, the habit of choosing comfort over courage. And yet, beneath all of that, perhaps she sees something else. She sees the woman she could become. A woman who does not run from her own reflection. A woman who does not hide behind excuses of silence. A woman who understands that integrity is not perfection, it is presence, it is honesty, it is the willingness to face the truth, even when it trembles in her hands. When she sits by herself and exhales long and slow, and that breath, maybe she makes a quiet promise, not to him, but to herself. To grow, to listen, to be accountable, to love with clarity instead of fear, to hold trust as something sacred, not fragile, to become someone who can look back on this moment and say, I learned, I changed, I rose. Because heartbreak does not belong to only one person. It is a crossroads for both. And while he is still learning to rise from the storm, she is learning to stand in her own light without casting shadows. This is her beginning, not the end of the story, but the first step toward becoming the kind of person who can love without breaking what she holds. A woman of character, a woman of integrity, a woman who grows from the truth instead of running from it. And somewhere in the quiet space between two healing hearts, hope breathes again. Not for reconciliation, not for what it was, but for who they will each become. Two separate journeys, two souls rising, both learning in their own way. That calm is the comeback, and growth is the gift. And as we come to the end of our time together today, take a moment, just one, to notice whatever softened in you, whatever settled, whatever shifted, even slightly. Because that's the heart of Truth Talk Hypnosis. Not forcing change, but allowing space. Not pushing yourself forward, but allowing yourself to return. And if there's one thing I want you to carry with you until next time, it's this. Calm is your comeback. Not the loud comeback, not the dramatic one, the quiet one, the one that rises from inside you. When your body feels safe, your mind feels clear, and your spirit remembers its own direction. So as you step back into your day, let that calm walk with you. Let it steady you. Let it remind you that you can begin again whenever you need to. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening inward. And until we meet again, take good care of your body. Be gentle with your mind. And trust the whisper of your spirit. I'm Lindsay, your certified clinical hypnotherapist and certified hypnosis instructor. I'll see you next time.